I don't really know what to do. I just don't answer the call.
Robocalls. Some people receive multiple calls a day from unknown phone numbers. We'll show you some tips on how to stop these nuisance calls. We'll have that story coming up in just a few minutes, but first, a storm system will bring some much-needed rain our way this weekend.
Let's head straight over to Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan with our first alert forecast. And Bob, you might want to make some plans inside for Mother's Day, what I understand.
Yeah, washing away all the plans outdoors anyway for Mother's Day. In the afternoon and evening especially, the morning could be okay. There's a chance we'll see a few showers around in the morning, but not nearly as many as we're going to see in the afternoon and evening on Sunday. What's happened is that this high-pressure ridge has been slowly moving across the Gulf of Mexico. It was here earlier in the week, bringing us that northwest flow, bringing that high pollution in, and now it's shifted right over the top of Florida now. And now, over the weekend, it's going to weaken and push all the way out into the Atlantic. And as that moves out, it's going to allow this to come in because the wind's rotating around it in a southeast fashion. Will bring us all that moisture you see down here, and that's going to come right on in with a trough of low pressure. On top of that, an upper level low will also move on in. And what that means is that we're going to get some rain busters here, and it's going to drought buster, I mean, as far as that goes. And we could see rainfall amounts up to 1 to 2 inches before it's all said and done. As far as the clouds go, the European is suggesting quite a bit of clouds on Saturday. I'm going to keep a chance for showers, although you don't see that depicted by this particular model. There's enough moisture out here that 1 or 2 of these showers could slip in during the afternoon and evening. But then by Sunday morning, we start to see this lifting northward. And by midday, we should be in the thick of things with showers and storms developing. Some of those could be moderately heavy at times with some moderate to heavy rainfall. And you'll notice the arc here. That's the upper level low, which will just kind of hang around through Monday, through Tuesday, and that means onshore moisture coming on, along with enough lift to create showers and a few isolated thunderstorms. Right now, I don't anticipate anything severe. The atmosphere just not ripe for that, but we will see a pretty heavy chance for showers and storms right through Tuesday. Back to you.
Okay, Bob, thank you. As the opioid epidemic continues to be an issue across the state, local organizations are joining the fight to find a solution. Florida Department of Children and Families and CARES Outreach held an event today focused on overdose prevention and training. Coordinators were on hand to teach participants on how to respond to an opioid overdose by using Narcan life-saving kits. While the number of overdoses have gone down here on the Suncoast, organizers say the need for awareness is still great.
The stigma and misconceptions that still exist around people who suffer from addiction, there's just a lot of work that needs to be done, and this is, the first step in a very long road to addressing the problem, as a whole.
Recent statistics show Sarasota County's overdose cases have dropped by 85% over the last year, while Manatee County's overdoses have decreased by 75%.
A man is facing federal charges after officials say he made a bomb threat at the Daytona Beach International Airport. The Volusia County Sheriff says John Greenwood was naked at the time that he made the threat. Greenwood apparently told authorities that he planted a bomb at the Daytona Beach International Airport. Officials say the 25-year-old also attempted to get onto the tarmac. Sheriff Chitwood says the man is well known to law enforcement.
He was arrested for ag assault on an officer in 2007. He was also Baker-acted twice in 2007. And while he is resting comfortably in Halifax Hospital, he informed us that he ingested Molly and a bunch of other drugs last night.
The airport evacuated more than 200 passengers because of that bomb scare. 2 flights were departing the airport at the time of the incident. Officials said all affected passengers who had to wait outside the airport for about 90 minutes were rescreened before boarding their flights.
A Florida man is fined $120 million for a massive robocall operation. The FTC calling this one of the biggest and most dangerous illegal robocalling campaigns it's ever seen.
This is just one of the many companies that are out there scamming callers, and it's happening all too frequently right here on the Suncoast. ABC 7's Jess Dowdrick joins us now to explain how you can stop these nuisance calls.
Jacqueline Scott, the FTC has no idea how often these scams are actually happening, but they alone receive at least 400,000 complaints every month, and those numbers are on the rise.
Can I ask you how you got my information?
Yeah, it's a random call. We usually dialing some, in your state, all the people.
Does this sound familiar? Or how about look familiar? A phone number similar to your own pops up on your screen, and you answer, only to hear a voice you don't recognize.
Normally the numbers pop up and it's a local number, and then it'll click, and then it'll be transferred to a recording.
I have no idea who they are, and they're all solicitors.
It's called neighbor spoofing.
The reason they do it is to make it look like they have a local presence. It's a good lesson for consumers to be aware that even if it looks like a local call, you should still be alert and aware of potential fraud.
It's easy for these scammers to get your number every time you call a 1-800 number or fill out an application, whether it be for a contest or warranty registration. Companies can share your number. Consumer watchdog Jerry Zivick says there's a simple enough solution to try to stop these robocalls.
If people would stop picking up the phone every time they saw a number that they did not recognize, that would be the death knell to the whole robocall industry.
The Federal Trade Commission says there are 4 steps you should take: register, hang up, report, and block. First, register for the Do Not Call list at donotcall.gov. Second, hang up if you answer that call at all. Third, report the case.
The more information the FTC gets, the better we're able to target the bad actors and sue them.
Fourth, block the spam calls through a cell phone app. There are several out there. The FTC doesn't recommend one specifically. But Zivick warns to make sure you know what permissions and information you're giving those apps, because they could be selling your number too.
Such a low-tech answer. You don't recognize, don't answer, you can always call them back.
It's really simple to go on that website, donotcall.gov, and put your number on a do not call list. I did it in just about 2 minutes earlier today. Also, a lot of the apps out there to block these robocallers, they're all free. Scott.
We'll do anything we can to help. Thank you so much. A follow-up now to a former NFL cheerleader's efforts to change the way cheerleaders are treated in the league. Sarasota lawyer Sarah Blackwell represents a former New Orleans Saints cheerleader and a former Miami Dolphins cheerleader, who both say they were harassed and discriminated against by the NFL. Blackwell sent a letter to the league offering to drop the threat of a lawsuit in exchange for $1 and a meeting with NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell. While the NFL says it's open to a meeting, the league rejected the settlement and meeting with Goodell. Blackwell says she's working now with the NFL to set a date for that meeting. The V Foundation for Cancer Research and ESPN sportscaster Dick Vitale team up again to raise funds for pediatric cancer research.
Tonight is the 13th annual Dick Vitale Gala at the Ritz-Carlton in Sarasota. That's where we find ABC7's Ray Collins, who joins us live from the Ritz. Ray?
Jacqueline and Scott, a familiar face, joins us now for this 13th annual gala. That applause could be for this guy. Kevin Negandhi is back in town, the Channel 7 alumni. Great to see you again. And a pleasure to have you back. And you're here for a very good reason, aren't you?
Yeah, honestly, we come down here twice a year because we love Sarasota. We love the fantastic area and the people here. But the Dickie V Gala, along with Lorraine, this is year number 13, and I remember covering it while working at ABC7 in year number 1. And for it to grow this big, I mean, the goal was $3.5 million to raise this year. And if we get to that number, it's $25 million over 13 years for the V Foundation. And to be able to host it and MC it for my second year, it's an honor.
And then you hear Dick say that even $3.5 million is not enough. He thinks that they should raise more.
No doubt about it. Yeah, and you see some, I mean, Chris Berman just walked by us. I mean, some of the big names are here, like Jim Harbaugh and Mike Greenberg, Jay Wright. There are so many big names here, all for a specific reason, all because of one man. I mean, Dick pours his heart, and I've told him and Lorraine this, that he's a Hall of Fame coach, no matter what, Hall of Fame broadcaster, but this will be his lasting legacy, him and his wife.
Good to see you back, and congrats on all your success,
Thank
Kevin.
you. Thank you.
All right, Kevin Negandhi back in town to host tonight's event from ESPN. Next half hour at 6:25, Jim Harbaugh, the coach of Michigan Wolverines, will join us live here on ABC7. Back to you now in the studio.
You know, every time they say that number, $25 million, all that goes through my head is the impact that they are able to make with that amount of money.
Pretty amazing, pretty amazing. All right, still to come in your Suncoast News tonight. Does your diet impact your chances of getting pregnant?
What foods you may want to avoid to better your chances of fertility.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now, during our Finish Upgrade event, save up to 15% when you upgrade to a premium finish. Schedule your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or go to californiaclosets.com.
Get more for your money at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Subaru vehicles hold their value better than any other brand for 2018, according to ALG. And Subaru is Kelley Blue Book's most trusted brand for 4 years running. The Subaru Outback is an IIHS top safety pick for 10 years running. Lease a new Subaru Outback today for just $249 a month. Or get 0% financing with 0 down. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
I heard about the Dotole Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Dotole Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was. I can tell you that you will not find a finer, more professional team of clinicians anywhere in the world.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
Since 2004, Embracing Our Differences has used the power of art and education to promote diversity. One way it accomplishes this is through its annual outdoor exhibition of 45 billboard-sized works of art, each accompanied by an inspirational quote. Join us in creating a community that is inclusive for all, where differences are embraced and individuality is celebrated. We invite you to celebrate the voices and visions of diversity and inclusion at this year's exhibit at Sarasota's Island Park.
When my youngest, Addie, was 2.5, she was diagnosed with leukemia. When we first heard that diagnosis, you feel extremely alone. Walking in that Light the Night light with 6,000 people carrying lights, white for survivors, red for supporters, gold in memory of those who have passed. It's the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society's hope that every year there are fewer gold lanterns. Your lantern will make a difference.
Start a team, join a team.
Help us light the night.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now, during our Finish Upgrade event, save up to 15% when you upgrade to a premium finish. Schedule your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or go to californiaclosets.com.
What is the biggest addiction problem facing the world? As ABC's Kenneth Moten tells us, it's not what you think.
If you're worried about addiction killing people, you're probably worried about drugs. But they pale in comparison to the deaths caused by two everyday addictions, alcohol and tobacco. In 2015, alcohol and tobacco use between them cost the human population more than $250 million disability-adjusted life years. Illicit drugs cost tens of millions. Some sobering numbers: in 2015, 18% admitted to heavy alcohol use in the past 30 days, and 15% were daily tobacco smokers. But in drug use over the prior year, pot, amphetamine, opioid, and cocaine use came in at 4% of the adult population, most of them way under. European regions had the highest number of heavy drinkers and daily smokers. The high-income North American region had among the highest rates of cannabis, opioid, and cocaine dependence. How many years are lost to addiction? There's a measurement called attributable disability-adjusted life years, dailies, and the highest dailies were for tobacco, 170.9 million life years, followed by alcohol, 85 million. More important than lost years, perhaps, were deaths. Tobacco is the biggest killer, 111 deaths per 100,000 people, followed by alcohol at 33. Illicit drugs are far behind at 7 deaths per 100,000 people. Pay attention, alcohol and cigarettes are by far the more common deadly addictions. With this Medical Minute, I'm Kenneth Moten, ABC News.
A U.S. Army soldier who lost her ear in a near-fatal car accident now has a new one that she grew herself. Take a look. Doctors harvested cartilage from the ribs of Shamika Barrage, who lost her left ear in a car accident 2 years ago. Then they implanted the cartilage under the skin of her arm. The new ear grew under the skin, even developing blood vessels. Doctors have now successfully transplanted the ear from her arm to her head. She said she still has 2 more surgeries to go, but says she feels optimistic.
Well, there could be a link between a woman's consumption of fast food and how long it takes her to get pregnant. Researchers asked more than 5,500 women how long it took them to conceive. The women also reported how often they ate fresh fruit, leafy green vegetables, and fish, versus how often they ordered fast food, burgers, pizza, fried chicken, or French fries. According to the data, in women with the lowest intake of fruit, the risk of infertility increased from 8% to 12%. In women who ate fast food 4 or more times a week, that risk increased 8 to 16%.
Now your ABC 7 First Alert forecast. Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan.
Well, here's the Anna Maria webcam. We're showing fair skies right now, looking out overhead earlier today. Then clouds came in, and those clouds have not been producing any rainfall right now. But we have had some cloudiness this afternoon across parts of the Suncoast. Also, the winds aren't as strong out of the east, so the love bugs are still around. But with the rain coming on Sunday, it looks like it's going to wash them out for a little while anyway, temporarily. The rain will be here, it looks like, on Sunday and Monday and Tuesday. But Saturday, going through time here, it doesn't look too bad. We'll see some clouds occasionally, some showers moving up from the south on Saturday morning. You'll notice these started gathering a little bit more concentrated shower and thunderstorm activity. That's all kind of in the mix. And then this little spin right here, this is an upper level low, which is going to move right in our direction, in fact, and then park itself in the eastern Gulf of Mexico and stay there. On Sunday night, Monday through Tuesday, it'll be pretty much right by us, and that means a continuing lifting of the atmosphere, which causes showers and storms to develop, and we'll see that again pushing on. And there's also a little trough of low pressure here on top of that, an inverted trough, which will move up at the same time. So we've got two factors coming into play. One factor which is going to limit the rainfall, at least on Saturday, is the dry air that's still in place and still around. Although the atmosphere is moistening up, you can see that quite clearly on this water vapor imagery. We are going to see some moderate to heavy rainfall beginning on Sunday afternoon and continuing through Tuesday. Right now, those winds I mentioned, not as brisk out of the east and northeast. A little sea breeze trying to kick in right near the coast as winds are switching around more to a west-northwesterly direction. Right now, pretty light in Inglewood, also into Rotunda and Minnesota Beach out of the west now, so it has kicked in there. And out of the east-northeast at Warm Mineral Springs. 85 degrees. We have clouds and the relative humidity at 51%. The barometer 30.06. Still high. Pressure is still high at this point. Look at that, 92. We tied a record high today, set back in 2012. So even despite the clouds that came in this afternoon, we still warmed up. Highs tomorrow will still be in the mid to upper 80s despite the presence of clouds tomorrow, but no real threat of any significant rainfall on Saturday. So if you have plans outdoors on Saturday, should be okay. But then by Sunday, we start to see this rain move in, especially by midday. That continues on into Sunday evening. It'll be on again and off again. Once in a while, you see some yellows pop up there. That indicates some thunderstorm activity. There's that low on Tuesday, still fairly close to us and still bringing us this onshore flow, which will bring us some showers and storms right through Tuesday. Elsewhere across the U.S., storm track has really shifted to the north, so this is a cutoff low that's going to be over the top of us, meaning that it's not associated with the overall flow pattern, and that means it'll stay with us for a few days. Well, as far as that forecast goes, 20% chance for a shower or two on Saturday. It really jumps up on Sunday afternoon, and then it stays that way on Monday and Tuesday. Fairly high temperatures will be in the upper 70s because of the increased rainfall on Mother's Day. And then we'll get into scattered showers and storms in the afternoon. This isn't the start of summer pattern. That really doesn't happen until the second week in June. Well, the fishing was great this past Wednesday. Not going to be all that good over the weekend, especially on Sunday. Here's more.
The bay was fairly calm, and this osprey, known as the fishing hawk, was waiting for some food from Mama. While that hawk was waiting, this one was catching. Using a Usuri rig, the captain finds some kingfish candy, these big thread fins. As the saying goes, many fish bite if you got good bait. Slow trolling over some nearby reefs has been the trick as of late for the Kings.
Keep your temper.
And it was fish on as Tracy struggles to reel this one in. The fight lasted for about 5 minutes.
Barracuda.
Yeah.
Barracuda.
Wasn't the royalty we were looking for, but
Fun to catch.
yeah. Johnny finally wrestles this one in, and check it out.
All right. Look at the teeth on that thing, huh? I'm not going to give you a kiss.
Yeah, enjoyed it.
John was trying to keep up with Tracy catching a big blue runner, which is great kingfish bait. But it was Tracy who was showing him up, because you can bet your life your sweet wife is going to catch more fish than you.
Baby, how many's that?
Bring it over this way.
More than you.
We even went back into the bay to fish the flats, and she kept the pressure on, bringing in this nice spotted sea trout.
For putting them back. Okay. She don't want to cook.
Even though the fishing was a bit slow, they were still able to bring in a few on this day.
Barracuda, Spanish mackerel,
A little bit of everything up here. Not what I was looking for. I was looking for that kingfish today. Hey, remember, take your kid fishing, because someday they may take you.
They come and go, those kings. So sometimes a hot day, the next day it's not there. But anyway, the snook fishing is unbelievable right now. They're spawning, and they're huge. And these are being caught out by the reefs, too. This one by not on the reefs, but in the mangroves there, Baywalker 2, Trey, that's the grandson of Johnny, catching that one. And Captain Jeff Page with this client we're familiar with, Van Smith. We know what he's doing now in his retirement. He's just chilling out, catching fish.
Former sales manager.
That's right. Magic Fishing Adventures, Captain Alan Roth there on the right. Look at that. That's just a huge snook. Again, they're big out there. That's the reason why they're not in season right now, too, so they can throw them back.
Right.
They have babies, obviously. And Captain Brian Marcy of Breakwater Charters with his client there also. Just another fantastic snook there. And they all released them, obviously, and it looks like fishing's going to be okay Saturday, Sunday, different story.
Okay.
All right, thanks, Bob.
Fishing.
Time now to check for the drive home. US 41 in Bradenton is backed up as you head both north and south. There's also some traffic around the US 41 and State Road 70 intersection on your Friday evening. Scott?
Thanks, Jacqueline. Entrepreneur Elon Musk is giving the world a sneak peek at his latest project. He's working on an underground tunnel system, which he believes can help relieve the awful traffic congestion problems in Los Angeles. Musk's system would have vehicles moving through underground tunnels on car-sized platforms. The technology has not been tested yet, but the tunnel would run about 3 miles under West LA.
United Airlines is reportedly looking to replace dozens of jets. Reuters says the airline is in talks with both Boeing and Airbus for planes to take the place of about 50 767s in the United fleet. The deal could be worth around $14 billion.
Stay with us. Entertainment news is next.
At Tidewell Hospice, we know it's never too late to say thank you to our military veterans. The Tidewell Honors Veterans Program has provided care to more than 13,000 military families since 2008. Tidewell volunteers help honor veterans through special pinning ceremonies that demonstrate our appreciation for the freedom our veterans fought to defend. If you know a veteran who can benefit from end-of-life care, call or visit tidewell.org today. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
Get to Sunset Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Fiat in Sarasota for big savings on new Ram trucks. The Ram 1500 has been named a Consumer Guide Best Buy for 6 years in a row. And right now, get the all-new redesigned 2018 Ram Quad Cab for as little as $23,999. Or save big and get up to $12,400 off a new Ram Bighorn Crew Cab. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Fiat in Sarasota.
Did you know you could get life insurance for less than 32 cents a day? With Guaranteed Acceptance whole life insurance through TrueStage, you can get up to $25,000 in protection with a single phone call. TrueStage can help free your family from immediate financial stress when you're gone.
Utility bills, mortgages, car payments, those are a lot of things that can add up pretty fast.
And even if you're on a fixed income, prices fit your budget, starting at less than 32 cents a day. Plus, your price will never increase and your benefit will never decrease. And with no medical tests or health questions, you cannot be turned down for any reason. Call 1-800-842-7189. Now, for a free, no-obligation quote, TrueStage offers plans to fit your budget. Help protect your family from immediate financial burdens after you're gone with Guaranteed Acceptance whole life insurance through TrueStage. Call 1-800-842-7189 now.
My credit score was not that great.
I didn't understand what went into my credit score.
It was overwhelming.
Do you want to attain better credit health but don't know where to start? Credit Sesame can help by providing you a free credit score.
I love the app. It's so easy to use. It's like having your own financial coach.
Credit Sesame broke my credit score down into things that I understood, and it made me think I can do this.
And the awesome thing about Credit Sesame, it's free.
It's 100% free.
You don't need to go it alone. Get started today at creditsesame.com.
Here's today's job of the day. ABC7 is seeking a digital content manager to join our newsroom leadership team. CMS experience required. Visit mysuncoast.com/job-of-the-day to apply.
Bob Marley's granddaughter is calling for an investigation into police after she says she was a victim of racial profiling.
Donisha Prendergast says she felt like her life was put in danger when a woman saw her and 3 friends leaving an Airbnb rental in California. The woman became suspicious and called police. Officers questioned them then for 22 minutes while they contacted the homeowner. Prendergast says she felt she was singled out because she was black. She also says the police should be investigated for how they handled the situation. Lawyers for the group say they are now considering a lawsuit over this incident.
New music from Prince will be hitting the airwaves. Tidal will exclusively debut an album of previously unreleased music by the artist. It will come from his vast archive of vault recordings. Prince's estate and Tidal owner Jay-Z are selecting the songs for that album. It is expected to be released in 2019.
The cast of The Love Boat, along with Princess Cruise Lines, receiving an honorary plaque from the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce, recognizing them for their contribution to the history of television. Stars from that ABC show that debuted back in 1977 were at that ceremony. Among them, Gavin MacLeod, the captain, Lauren Tews, Ted Lang, Bernie Koppel, and Fred Grandy. Great to see them still around. And they deserve that. It was a good show. Yeah.
Well, stay with us. We'll be right back with more news and weather.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now, during our Finish Upgrade event, save up to 15% when you upgrade to a premium finish. Schedule your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or go to californiaclosets.com.
If you're looking for the perfect trip that allows you to spend quality time with a family, then discover the great outdoors on an Alabama Black Belt adventure. Create unforgettable memories while hunting, fishing, or biking and hiking. Or play the Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail, now celebrating 25 years. And while you're here, enjoy the flavors of the Black Belt. Book your adventure at our lodges or stay in the Renaissance Montgomery Hotel and Spa. Start planning an Alabama Black Belt adventure today.
Ever since I can remember, I've been intrigued by industrial design and the optimization.
Wait, that's passion? Ever since I can remember, my passion has been industrial design. We need 3D printers for Miss Adams' engineering program so that we are ready to solve 21st century challenges.
Impressive. Think It Up is a new initiative to support student-powered, teacher-led learning projects. Students and teachers, how can you spark great learning experiences in your classroom today? Think It Up.
My name is Julius. I have cerebral palsy. I work for Farmer Jeffrey Weising Law Firm. I do a lot of data entry and scanning documents. I want to increase my working experience to make the company much better. At the end of the day, it's good to think of the day's work and to think about what I have accomplished.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to abilitieswork.employflorida.com.
We answered the call of duty and left our homes to serve in far-off lands. Now, we answer another call, this time at home, in our own communities, to respond in times of chaos, to use our strength, our skills, and our experiences to bring hope amid devastation and destruction. Together, as a team of brothers and sisters, we're continuing our mission to make this country a little stronger and a little better each day. We are Team Rubicon.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now, during our Finish Upgrade event, save up to 15% when you upgrade to a premium finish. Schedule your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or go to californiaclosets.com.
Watch Good Morning Suncoast on ABC7, weekdays starting at 5.